Harry, can we run that video, please?
But first, we are talking about technology. These days, we use technology for just about everything, dating included, right? Many of us likely have several devices at home. Well, there's some, if you can imagine, who have none. A local nonprofit is working to change that, though, taking old computers, refurbishing them, and then donating them to groups who need technology the most. WCNC Charlotte's Chloe Leshner has more on Computers for Community and how it's making a difference.
What some consider trash is a treasure here at the Ada Jenkins Center.
We always do a dance when they say, we got some new ones.
Since last year, about 600 discarded computers have been collected by Andy Whiteside and his team at Computers for Community. They secure and repurpose the devices and donate them to other organizations in need.
Our mission is to serve other nonprofits and support their mission. It's 2023. Technology plays a large role in every organization, every company, every nonprofit at this point. We know there's an opportunity to help serve them so that they can better serve their constituents.
It served the students at the Ada Jenkins Center well. The center has gotten around 150 devices to help support academic programming.
The students are able to log in and take the assessments that we need to find and gauge where they are academically, and then we can go from there to help them bring their grade levels up.
Not only bridging the digital divide, but providing a helping hand to the organizations already doing so much for our community. Chloe Leshner, WCNC Charlotte.
All right, so maybe first let's start with what's the mission statement of Computers for Community? Run into the magic circle here. You feel really good just standing on this rug.
Our mission is to help others exponentially through serving the nonprofits who already have a mission.
Right.
Knowing that the technology needs they have, in most cases, are equivalent to the same technology needs we as for-profit businesses have.
Okay.
So we can have a greater impact on society, people, the planet, by serving them with their technology needs.
Okay. What the video focused on, as you said in the setup, was really just one of three parts of what your business does. So maybe to explain what all three parts of the business do, and we can see where that fit.
So it all started with the pandemic. Like lots of businesses, I don't know what the number is, but it's millions and millions of businesses started during the pandemic. With the idea that kids were being sent home to do school remotely, knowing that if they had one working computer in the house, they were lucky.
Yeah.
So digital divide, you're not having a computer, not having connectivity. That's the other part. We got to fix that part too. That's the origin of it, and then it evolved to, hey, there's repurposing of devices from individual organizations, companies, and then we realized, hey, there's e-waste out there. If we can get e-waste from individuals, organizations, companies, you guys all have 2, 3, 4 phones at your house. It has gold, precious metals inside them. Those things are worth $30 to $50 a piece. You have computers sitting at home, PCs, laptops that you no longer use. Take this the right way, shame on you. People could be using those. We don't have to get them out of the trash. I literally do get them out of the trash dumpster, by the way. Go behind my office, there's 2 or 3 computers, 5 years old. I pull them out and take them, reuse them. And then finally, the last thing, and this is where I really, really, really need you guys to pay attention to us and what we're doing is, XenTegra is a value-added reseller that makes money. Great. Serving the nonprofits as a value-added reseller is what Computers for Community does, because those guys have the same challenges with remote work and ransomware, security concerns, expensive insurance that they now have to pay for to cover themselves in the case of a ransomware attack. And that is the sustainability for Computers for Community. If we can make money there, we can then turn around and take that money and help offset technology needs for the nonprofits we serve.
Okay. So 3 basic pillars that everything you do runs on. And they're all quite different.
Reuse, you saw this yesterday.
Oh,
Reuse, recycle, and then also give back.
Yes.
Reduce, of course. Reuse, recycle, give back.
Fantastic. So let me just ask where this seems to fit in kind of the overall ESG part of any organization, because there's obviously environmental, right? There's obviously social, and it's pretty good governance to be doing something with what your IT department's collecting. Mike, you see that firsthand, right?
Yeah, environmental, last year we gave away 23,000 pounds of e-waste.
Wow.
Which is great.
Recycled. Got money that we turned around and donated.
Yeah.
And the money goes back to the nonprofits, right?
It does.
Yeah.
They're the small nonprofits. Social, we gave away 500 laptops to help people that are underserved through nonprofits.
Like in the video.
Like in the video.
Year one, that was our first year.
Okay.
Year one, first.
Do us in 10 years.
When did this started during the pandemic? So it's 2 years old, right? Okay.
Yeah. And governance is kind of a different thing. Governance, we think we try and measure our success in little smiles and big smiles. Little smiles are the kid, that fifth grader that hasn't had a computer, and now they cannot be embarrassed going to school and get their homework done. Big smiles are the parents seeing their kid has a chance.
Amazing. This leads me to, you have a favorite story? I started with a story, and I asked you, try and think of your favorite story. What?
But I want to hit the ESG thing one more time.
Okay.
Everybody in this room works for companies that wants to find a way to give back to the environment, to the social causes, but you get busy during your week. If you can help us through the repurposing story, the recycling story, here's my gotcha statement, impact statement on that. If I could collect all the e-waste in Nashville, Tennessee, I could feed every hungry person in Nashville, Tennessee. I don't know if that's true, but it's dang close.
Yeah. Wow.
Close.
Unbelievable. That's a statement.
So we want to be the conduit to allow you that when you get up on Monday and like, I'm going to do something good for the world this week, you run out of time, support us so that we can go do that, and you get to check that box at the end of the week. Did I do good for the society? Yes, I did. And I did it through I proxied it through someone else, and that's okay.
Perfect.
Sorry, Doug, you asked a question. I just
No, it's
didn't wait
okay.
for that one.
That is my last question is, what do you want these people to do? So we've started on that. I just want to know if you've got a story that, like we saw in that nonprofit that really sticks out to you.
Yeah, I'll start first. Now, I've only been doing this role for about a month and a half, but I'll have to revert back to my Bell South days, and this is going to help you guys as well. So I had one of my favorite customer service reps who I had for a long time, and she was discouraged. Mike, gosh, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? But we worked with K-12s and higher ed and social worker types. So I said, listen, what we do is cutting edge, bleeding edge, right? She said yes. But we help those people that are underserved. I never thought of that. So you can tell your people when they get discouraged that what you do actually helps people, whether commercially or through nonprofits or through government.
Wonderful.
I'll use the agency codes real quick. So we give laptops to people who need them for their members to attack part one of the digital divide. Yep. Which, by the way, that's a big part of the IGEL story is reuse. And the IGEL story helps immensely with these nonprofits as we start talking about their security needs. Minimal risk if they've got a bunch of IGEL units sitting on desktops.
Right. And you told me that reduces their insurance cost, right?
The whole thing pays for itself.
Yeah.
That's the thing about nonprofits is a lot of them don't know that there's ways to make all this happen through finding avenues that they didn't know. That's what we need to help fix.
Okay.
And then the other part of the digital divide piece is, you got to give them the fishing, teach a man to fish. You got to give them the tools. The other part is, if we could just imagine all the schools that pay for devices for their students. What if we gave them free repurposed devices, and then we turned around and used that money to pay for the network connectivity, which is part two of the digital divide. It's one thing for a child or an adult. I saw people, filling out resumes in a fast food restaurant. I was like, oh my God, I didn't know people still did that. Do it online. We got to help them with both parts, the device as well as the connectivity.
Where does IGEL fit in this? You're here on the stage at IGEL.
So first of all, just like with the ESG statement, IGEL, I know, has a servant's heart. Jed has a servant's heart. The people that work for Jed have a servant's heart. At the same time, Jed's got to get up every day and go, make a living for his investors and for his employees. We can be the conduit to making that feel-good, give-back piece happen by sharing the IGEL story and then helping people figure out how to get it done.
Okay.
Then there's the security concern, which, again, cost can play a big role in that insurance piece. It's expensive.
All right, I'm watching our clock. What do you want them to do?
Let me stay up here for 30 more minutes and talk.
I usually beat Jed, and now he's gonna beat me.
Yep, exactly. Get involved, come talk to us. I know you saw me yesterday up here potentially with passion. This is the thing I'm most passionate about. Help us help you make a difference. Yes, give money to nonprofits, but also give your mind and your skills to nonprofits. And if we can be a way to be the conduit for that, then let us do that for you guys. For you guys, help others. We're just here to serve and be the conduit.
And Mike, they can come and talk to you, right?
Yeah, come talk to me up at the booth. We'll get you set up and we'll find a way to work it out. Either today or later in the week.
And I'm just going to remind you of one thing you wanted to talk about, Andy, which is the generational thing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? And then we got to go.
Jen, I got 5, 10, 15 minutes to talk about this? I'm just kidding. All right, so as you guys know, the current generation coming out of school and the next generation are being told two things. They've got to find a way to serve and give back, and they're also worth $1 gazillion in terms of what they should get paid. I got a lot of laughs out of that. Absolutely, right? So what I think we're doing here gives people like you, gives the next generation the ability to make a lot of money in technology, right? That's why most of us are sitting here today. Hopefully you have a passion for the technology as well, and you get to give back at the same time. Check, check. I don't know of anything else that I've been exposed to that allows you to do both those things at the same time. And it's probably one of the most, I've got 4 kids. Figuring out how they're gonna make a difference and make a great living at the same time is one of my problems I get up with thinking about every morning. I think we're solving that for such a big chunk of people and checking both boxes.
Amazing. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is a great cause. Let's thank you both for joining us. We really appreciate it.